I've never actually thought about it, but I wonder if during making this game they thought of that as your first dungeon, hence the heart container. Because you don't get full heart containers outside of dungeons. I wonder if that's what the thought process was behind that. Anyway, before we actually find the Elder, I want to do a little bit of side questing. Nothing too major. I want another heart. I want some items for... well, I probably should have said this before, but I do want this to be a 100% run. So it will be showing all the hearts, all the items, which in this game isn't too bad because nothing's really out of the way. And yes, this mushroom is a side quest item. And now that I think about it, this game actually has a fair few side quests. And we shall be back here later for the awesome music. So we've got, so it does take 4 heart containers to fill up 1 heart piece. I mean, Twilight Princess is the only one that tries to do it differently. Unless you're counting the first and second games, but they don't count. And we finally have some bombs, which means we can do a lot more in this town. You can, if you ever feel like you're short on bombs, there is a shop that I'll be showing where you can go and buy some. But you shouldn't have to, because I will also show an area where you can actually farm for the bombs. So you should never be in short supply. But you do need a bomb to get to farm bombs, if that makes sense. So we have 100 rupees. Bottle time. Yes, yes, yes. Give me my bottles. Oh, bottle. I do like things like that where the Zelda series just sort of pokes fun at itself and like, oh, I see you got an item. Why don't you hold it above your head? Ha ha ha. So we have the bug catching kid here who gives you the bug catching net. And I didn't actually know this until recently, but the trigger to get the net is you actually have to have a bottle. I always thought it was like you needed the first pendant or the Pegasus boots, but nope, you just need a bottle. Which makes sense, I suppose, since I've locked it behind having a bottle to use a bottle. Here's a shop I mentioned before. If you're ever short on bombs, just head in there. This is the bombing location. We do have a couple of enemies, nothing too major. We've got one more location to explore in Kakariko. Actually, I'll get 4 more bombs, just to be on the safe side. And with that being done, we've got one more location to look at in the north of Kakariko. And we've got one location just south of Kakariko. After that, we'll be heading to just right east of where we are now, which will take us to the Great Swamp. There we can head a bit more east, get another item, and after that we can finally start our first dungeon. So this is what I was saying before, you can farm enemies for rupees, but we shouldn't have any problem with that. I thought those were hearts. So we have quite a fair amount of rupees. I mean, we do need to save up 500, but we're going to be finding 400 very soon, so there's no reason to sort of panic that that's an unreachable target. And silly me, I said about showing off text differences, and then I don't even talk to half the people who you have to talk to. So this is where the Elder lives. He's not here right now, but this is more just for showing off the differences. There is only one person in town who knows where the Elder is. One thing, if you do talk to these ladies walking back and forth outside their houses, they will call a blue guard, and that's just not something I want to deal with. And thanks to that, before, that house was marked, but now we have the Eastern Palace marked. Why is it called the Eastern Palace? Because it's to the east. Boom-ch. That wasn't even a joke, like that was like just so bad. Oh god, I'm actually like sad now. So later on, when we do get the Pegasus boots, that means you don't always need bombs to open those little holes. But unfortunately we're not quite there yet, so you can choose to go around, but if you can shave off like 6 seconds, then you may as well shave off 6 seconds. Oh bollocks. And those 5 hearts gives us a nice bit of breathing space for the first dungeon and its boss. So as I said before, just east of Kakariko, we can return to our house. Before we couldn't explore because there was a lot of force guards blocking the path. Don't know why. Well, I know why, it was to prevent players going too far too soon, but regardless, we'll quickly pop into this swamp. We'll replenish our bomb stock just in case. And we'll also get a 5th heart piece. So yes, that is the bombs in that chest. And yes, you do have to come in twice. We will be back later, but we more need the bombs now. I'm sure you'll understand once I show why. But until then, well, I say until then, like, what, like 30 seconds time? Now if we head east just a bit more, we have an option to get, I don't want to say an optional item because it is required, but you can go a long time without finding it. So yeah, you can throw bombs over, but if you keep pushing down, you can just walk across, which actually saves just a lot of time. I don't know if you can do it across the top, so shall we try? Nope. I had a feeling. Oh well. One of them things. So we do get some more bombs because you can throw bombs over. And if you choose to do that, then who am I to judge? But now we're 4 rupees off our 500 rupee target. We don't even, well, I will be buying a potion later on, just in case. But that's like end game stuff. Like, I have no need for it. before then. So we don't need bombs at the moment. The only way to kill those choo-choos, yeah, I'm sure they're called choo-choos, is to actually use a stunning item and then to actually hit it with your sword. If you try to just hit it with your sword, you will take damage. Oh man. So we hit our 500 rupee target, but I need some hearts. Trying to be very careful here. Good. Well, at least we didn't die, but now we have to put up with that awful noise. The ice rod. So now we can save and quit, head back to Link's house, and proceed with the Eastern Palace. So I'll see you all there.